All right. This is week 15, Degas in motion. Here we go. This is for ABCs and for Apprentice. And then Mahala, Kincaid, Kratzer, and Osteich will all be doing a different activity. So this is just for the littles. So we'll be doing the Green Dancer, a couple of interesting facts. He lived between the late 1800s, early 1900s. I believe he passed in 1917. Lived in Paris. He was obsessed with movement, and he didn't like being called an impressionist, although he got lumped in with impressionists like Manet, but he liked to be called a independent. He believed he had his own kind of unique and distinctive artistic style. He loved the ballet, and a lot of his subject matter are ballet dancers. So that's what we're going to attend to today. This is heavily inspired by Art with Allie, just a little bit different. So I haven't decided if I'm going to give these to the little kids yet. They're kind of fragile. They're not the most expensive. But Art with Allie has kind of an overhead project for her students, and we are going to kind of use our oils to create a little bit of a different position. But maybe the warm-up could be that they pose these things in different ways. Maybe you could tell them, pose your figurine as if they're running. And this is just a studio figure that the older kids will also attend to as well. So those are going to be available for every student, and we will go ahead and jump in. So this was my test, my first round. We'll see how the second round goes, but we're going to do something similar. So I'm looking here for my oils, okay? So I see my first image is kind of like a tilted oval. So we're going to start kind of in the center of the page and do a tilted oval. Okay? And then here, what I see is kind of like a triangle. I don't know if you guys see that too. So I'm going to position the neck with two little lines, and then I'm going to make a triangle. And instead of connecting it, I am going to draw a straight line. And as you can see, these figures kind of help. Obviously her waist is kind of cut off, so we're kind of stopping here, but this really does kind of give you the shape of the human body. And we will be using kind of connect the dots and these shaped hands. So I have my torso, I have my head here. I'm going to do next my arm poses. So what I see here is that it goes out, here's the joint, and then up, and then our hand kind of flicks backwards. So I'm going to do that same thing starting from the corner of the shoulder. I'm going to go out, I'm going to add my joint, I'm going to go up, and my hand flicks back. So my hand is going to look kind of like that. And you can connect it if you want. We're going to go down here and we're going to do the same thing. This slopes downward. I can't see her hand, but we're going to make that same shape. But we're going to stop here at the joint. She comes forward just a little bit, and then we're going to shape her hand. Okay, and then next we are going to draw her tutu. So we're going to start kind of, let's see, the tutu kind of comes up behind her. So we're just going to draw a big circle. And we're going to use chalk pencils, so you don't have to worry about kind of cutting into her hand and her joints at all. So, sorry, charcoal pastels. So that is our circle. Now we're gonna focus on her leg. Her leg is kind of right underneath this joint. And to me, it comes to kind of like also a triangle. So I'm gonna follow that same pattern and then draw kind of a scoopy leg. And then I'm looking at this leg in the back, and it looks like it's kind of here. And it definitely angles out. Here's her foot, and then comes back in. You can kind of see the muscle, her calf muscle there, which is why I made this kind of a... And then from here, we're kind of gonna build out her arms a little bit. Make them not so... And then we are gonna get started on our chalk pastels. The kids can do anything with this. I used the face, waited to the end for the face, but I just used this for the skin tone and then went in with like a little bit of peach. Oh, sorry, pink. So these were my legs and arm skin tone. And then, let's see, I'll do a little bit. It's the hand. The hand looks like the foot's kind of tripping me up. Okay. And then I think I went in with some like maybe white. And a little bit of pink. She does have kind of like a soft pink hue. I'm gonna go ahead and do her shoes in this ballet pink. That's not her shoe. Okay. And then she's got her chest kind of bare there. All right, and then we're gonna go in with our blue. I think I started with the dark blue. Actually, I'm gonna make my ballet dancer blonde. So I'm just gonna put like a little yellow bun on top of her head. And then now I'm ready for my blue. So then she's going to have her tutu on. And then the tutu is really easy. You just pull out. And then you could do like a lighter blue. For those light tones, trying to kind of cover up your chalk pencil. Outline. And that kind of brings in the light component. And then they can do these dots. And then at the end, I just did kind of soft eyebrows. And a simple nose. And just a little pink for the mouth. And then that's it. They can do the background. They can do, you know, a beam of light coming in. Yeah, whatever they want. They could do the floor down here. Let their imagination run free. I love Degas because I just felt like he was like a mad scientist. Just did what he wanted. And that is going to be the project for the littles.